You want to build audience ownership, and people love gifts. People just love free things. And that is why the lead magnet, or also called freebie funnel, is the perfect funnel for your marketing goal of building an email list. My name is Leni, I'm from Perspective, and really watch this video until the end because I got some tips for you to build your own freebie funnel. And yeah, I have some notes here, so let's get into the video and just start. I have also brought you one of our informational landing pages, which teaches you just about why it is important to build up audience ownership. You can take a look at this later, but for now, let's start right into this funnel that helps you build a large list, generate low-cost leads, and you just create a great relationship with your customers. All right, who is this funnel for? And the funnel is the freebie funnel is just great for people and companies who really need to build a trusty relationship with their target audience. That is really all I can say. It is used in various industries and various types of business. So it doesn't really stop with an industry or not being in a certain industry. It's also great if you have a product that is generally, or a service that is generally in need of explanation. So yeah, looking at this funnel right here, you can see that it has a beautiful creative up top, then a great headline with a big value proposition, a form, call to action, and some more trust elements down here. You can take a look at this template yourself. So let me just get straight into the tips. And my first tip already is to have a very clear value proposition. And let me give you some examples here too. So a value proposition always needs to be specific. The more specific, the better it really is. You can also get help from copywriters if you struggle with writing copy like that. And I want to give you some examples as to why, for example, this value proposition up here is so great, right? You can see it is written like a quote, because this is an actual quote that is used as a headline. That is just a stylistic tip that I can give you here. Test that for yourself, use the A/B testing function and do that. But let me give you a short tip right here. So let's say we are using this example. So with these templates, we scale our community to 2,500 active members in just 6 months. I could have also just said, scale your community. We help you scale your community. With this, you can scale your community, right? It would have been the same thing, but this value proposition gives out a number and a time frame. So this is already part of my first tip for you to have a great value proposition, or for having a great value proposition, to use a number and a time frame if this works for your product or for your service, right? And what it is also very important. So right now, this is a community bundle and it has templates, right? So I know what I'm getting, it's templates. So you also need to put into your value proposition what type of content I am getting. It's an ebook. Is it a report? Is it a checklist? Is it a worksheet, for example? So there are several different options. And my greatest tip here really is that the content needs to be consumable within 5 minutes. No more than that. And I still need to have very high value from it as a consumer, right? So the content doesn't need to be huge. I can consume it in 5 minutes and I get a wow effect afterwards. I need to read and be like, woof, this company is a real expert in their business. This is a real expert within their industry, right? All right, so that's pretty much the first tip, value proposition. Make it specific. Next point is the call to action down here. All right, see the call to action? It doesn't just say sign up. It says sign up now and get the community bundle for free. So, and again, it's also a value proposition tip. add the value proposition to your call to action. I can only recommend you that. You could also build this funnel in terms of having a front page and then just clicking, saying within a button, find out more, and then you have a second page with a form, right? You can do it dual page. But in this example, we only have one page over here. And then I have 2 more tips for you, and those are, let me say they're optional. They're not a must-do, especially not if you're building this funnel for the very first time. But the first one is to always say, sign up for the newsletter and. Why is that? It also has to do with GDPR and privacy policy issues. I am not a lawyer. I cannot give you legal advice. So ask the person who's taking care of your GDPR for that. But we always put the newsletter in here as well, and let the people also accept being part of the newsletter, because afterwards we can send out emails to the people who sign up in here, right? So this is another tip, not necessary, but optional. And the last tip that I have for you is, and you can see this already implemented in this template, is to use personalization. What do I mean by that? And that is making use of this funnel when people sign up for it, because you already have their data once they've gone through this form, right? And that is to ask a question that brings you and your audience value. So for example, you as the owner of a company who helps people scale their community, you want to know more about what is the goal that the people have, right? Do they want to have a competitive advantage? Do they want to create a better product? Do they want support or win loyal fans, as you can see in this example, right? So for you, it's a very great opportunity to find out more about your audience. And while you can also pitch different products again on the thank you pages of these products, right? So each question or each answer leads to a different page over here. And yeah, you can create different thank you pages and offer different offers for the specific goals that people have. While obviously your freebie, your lead magnet is sent out via email, right? So yeah, you just get more insights about your audience. And that's why I personally would build this into my freebie funnel, but it's not necessary. You can also just delete the personalization and only use one thank you page. Yep, that's all the tips that I have for you today, I guess. If you have leftover questions on how do you set up, like for example, the logic in here, don't hesitate to reach out to our support team. You can always do that using the question mark down here, right? And other than that, I can only really just wish you a lot of fun building your funnel, your lead magnet funnel, and really come up with something that is of great value for your target audience. So this should really be the first step, the first point of contact that people have with you, and the feeling that they should have when they consume the value, the content that you give them, is that it's of high quality. Right? So yeah, that's all the tips that I have for you. Have fun building your funnel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.